Hi guys, it's Ben here, and I know what you're thinking. First off, it's been a long time since I've made a video, and that's all going to be explained in a minute. And this is my first video back in a couple of months. The reason for that really is, well, as you know, I was at uni and I had exams for my first year, and I really wanted to take the time off. I was working, studying, and making RuneScape videos, which literally left me with about an hour a day to myself to do whatever I wanted, and I wasn't really comfortable being in that position. And so I decided to switch it up, give making the RuneScape videos a break, but I am now in a 4-month long summer, so you guys have me back for a while. My term did end a couple weeks ago, but unfortunately for me, I was diagnosed with glandular fever, so I've been pretty screwed up for a couple of weeks, unable to talk, waiting to get this video out to you, and I feel like I'm in the right kind of place where I can talk to you guys and everything. Now, before I left, I had a couple of series running. Obviously, my Road to Max Cape, which obviously is still going. My total level has dramatically increased, well, not dramatically, really. Closing in on the 2400 total level mark. Not too bad. Thieving's the last skill to the 80 milestone. I can't remember if that was the only skill I had left last time. And I've got, including thieving, 3 skills below 85. So I'm making some really decent progress on that series. As you can probably spot, I managed to pick up 99 fishing as I was revising for my exams, which is awesome. I'm so glad that's out of the way. It was a pain in the arse, I'm not going to lie to you. So, another series that I had running before I, packed YouTube in really, was my Loot in the General series. Now, unfortunately, when I decided to take a break, I decided I couldn't justify keeping the tab for months on end without making a video. So I did sell it off. It sold off for a total of about 180 mil. But I do have another loot tab going now. It's not a Looting the Generals loot tab, even though I'm thinking of making a subsection for the loot tab of Looting the Generals, because I do have a lot of God Wars dungeon drops from Slayer and just from some casual bandos, which you will be seeing in this episode. Now, I'll include some drops and stuff in this episode just to show you what I've really been up to, including an awesome bandos drop, which isn't a bandos item, but in my opinion, it's much better than a bandos item, and I'm so glad I got it. It's going to help me with my road to max so much, so much. But anyway, back into the loot tab. It's mainly just from Slayer. I've been doing a lot of Slayer recently. I'm closing in on 17 million Slayer XP, which is not bad. I am heading for 120 defense. Hopefully, that's the aim. But at the moment, it's looking quite a long way away. So, moving into the tab. So it's a Slayer loot tab, kind of. Just starting at the top, got my charms, all of this kind of stoof. And here's really where the drop starts, or drops even. I'm just really trying to keep everything, ignore the chins. Perhaps I had to use them to repair my dry walls, because as you can see, I'm running quite low on cash. I've got 11k rocktails from 99 fishing. Even I did some fly fishing from about 97. And I'm literally just keeping everything that I collect from Slayer in here. Got some really nice stacks growing up really. 2k Dragon Bones, 2k Infernal Ashes. Continuing down, I've got almost 1,000 Lantardimes and stuff like this, like 250,000 rubies, almost 5k U-logs, 2.5k magic logs. And see now, here's the stuff that I've been getting from Slayer and from, just general God Wars dungeon. I was doing a lot of bandos because I was in a race with my friend whose RuneScape name is Dryball Tank, to see who could get, we were going to do a Loot in the Generals race, boss by boss, and we were going to start with bandos. And over the course of about 5 days, I managed to pick up all of these items, everything apart from the bandos hilt and the bandos chest plate, but I really lost motivation to do it. I need to do it in sections really, which is where my new series idea is going to come in. It's going to be very similar to my Road to Dry Gauze, but a Road to Dual Seismics instead. It's a lot of money, but if you're closely looking at this tab, it's worth more than 200 mil already, which is more than the Loot in the Generals tab was worth in the first place. So I got all of these items on one Zami task, and I got both of these items today on an Armadillo task. Items are really stacking up nicely. I've got almost 100 rune plates, 67 rune chains, items that some people don't even bother to pick up whilst they're on Slayer. I yak everything of value pretty much, because in the end it adds up. That's my mentality. If I pick it up and it's worth like 2k a time, it only costs me 500 GP to bank it, so I'm making 1.5k profit every time. So you know, it's a win-win. I do also have my farming supplies. I have about a K snapdragons. Don't ask me why I'm doing snapdragons. It's just because the seeds are really cheap. I don't really know. And just a quick overview of the bank. I've got some magic note paper, orts, royal cannons, some effigies, skilling tab. Got a couple pairs of brawlers in there, which might be the special drop from Bandos. You never know. Runes, combat gear. Still have my ascensions and dry gauze. I did sell my Jorvertus. Funny story. Managed to get PK'd at the Rift a few months ago and lose an offhand ascension and about 40 mil in other gear. So that was a real setback. But I've managed to get all the money back now. I had to sell my Jorvertus to get my offhand ascension back. So life's a bitch, but oh well. Moving then, there's the Slayer tab, Overloads and Herbal tab, and then just everything else. So I'm just going to jam some clips in for you now that I'll talk over. Just some really, well, not really random stuff. It's just some Bandos drops. I've got some pictures of some Armadillo and my Zami drops as well that I might add in for you guys. And I will see you when these clips. Alright guys, so this is where the clips start, and we start at Bandos with a Bandos War Shield, which is a bit of a troll, but oh well. And after this we move into a pair of Bandos boots, which aren't that bad to be honest. I wasn't disappointed. I then get a Starved Ancient effigy, which is pretty nice. Can't complain. It's like 35k, 40k agility XP. Moving into a Bandos helmet, which is absolutely awesome. You've seen in the tab I got 2 of these, so it's a little hint. And then I get myself, was that another, I couldn't read that. Was that Bandos gloves? I believe that was Bandos gloves. I then get a pair of Tassies, which is awesome. And after this, there's Bandos gloves. I'm so confused right now. I can't see in my preview window. It's so small. But you can see, and you'll probably be laughing at me right now because I'm doing stupid stuff. There's another effigy, which is always nice. And then we move into another pair of Tassies. Yeah, I'm 90% sure I can read that that's Tassies. Then what do we get? There's another effigy. You can't get the effigy beam wrong. The effigy beam's so much bigger than every other beam. Then we move into a Godsword Shard 3, and now we move into the last drop, the drop that everybody's going to be excited about, and you can see how excited I am, because I don't even know that it's not on the floor anymore. I got Agility Brawling Gloves, which you might have seen in my bank. They are awesome, and I'm going to leave you with that, guys. Peace out.